Hi everybody, how's it going? So we just wrapped up our office hours and it was very amazing. We did Gaussian splats with Apple Sharp. We tried Gaussian splats with Depth Anything V3. We also did some mesh generation with Moji and even give it a tab to Ubisoft Chart to estimate some PBR textures. So let me show you what's on the file. So this is the file that we have from today, and you can very easily just see here the mesh that was the Gaussian that was generated from Depth Anything V3 and the Gaussian that was generated from Apple Sharp. Very interesting. And then you can just bake and splat and see. You can even go ahead and do a point cloud surface, and you can compare the mesh. Let me show you. Let's zoom in. Need some refinement, some cleanup for this point. Should be actually be usable for some collision geo, but it's very interesting to see this working. On this week's file for our office hours, we do have a demo of the remove background. We also have a demo of Moji where we can estimate normals, depth, and even get some mesh, which is very interesting. Let me show you this mesh for you. There you go. And you can even retexture this mesh, which is pretty cool. I need to connect the right path here. But I'll do that before I submit the file. We also took a look at the Apple Sharp. And we also, let's go here. So that's Apple Sharp. That is that anything v3 that we are also using this image here. Fun. And not only we saw how we can use that anything within Houdini to generate a point cloud and output that, but we also saw how we can export extrinsics and intrinsics, save those to strings, and then use that to parse information and get the camera angle where the camera angle for the Gaussian, which is pretty cool. We're still, working to get a better solution how to make this work, but it's very cool to see the following. Let me just kind of clean up a couple different nodes here and just bring an output again. But the idea is that as soon as you kind of set up your depth anything, your point cloud export, your save point cloud, you can kind of grab the path and put to geo. It's just going to save your file. But beyond that, you can also save a string. So basically, I'm grabbing extrinsics and intrinsics from cameras, for the camera that's generated for the Gaussian splat on depth, anything, and I can just plug in this guy and I get a text file with the JSO information that's outputted, right? I can even output both and rebuild my camera. So that's something we also investigated today, office hours. We don't have a solution yet, but we are working on it. It was very exciting. We even went ahead and did some mesh 3D mesh generation here, which was very cool as well. Let me just, I think it's, no, not here. But we generated some mesh out of this guy, which was pretty fun, using Moji 2 to export the mesh. Maybe I can just run this guy real quick here and show you that to you. Oh, here we go. So that's the mesh that was generated. We can disable the UVs. Pretty cool to get the mesh from the tileable. So many things you can kind of work with those workflow. And if you're not aware, we have now a Ko-Fi where you can download the files. The files for today, the people who attended, I'm going to make the file for today available for free. But future files are going to go in our Ko-Fi. So let me show you that. So here we go. That's our Ko-Fi page. If you like our project, you'd like to support it, you're more than welcome. It's going to help a lot in our development. There's a ton of things that we need to continue pushing this forward. So you can make a donation, but we also have a membership that you can join us and you can have access to the files. So this is last week's file. I'm going to bring in this week file, and there's a lot more that's going to go into this environment. So if you like the project, would like to support us, that's how you can do it at the moment. And next Sunday, 2 p.m. EST, we're going to be doing office hours again. The goal is to have an office hours every Sunday, help you install the plugin, help you get started, and sometimes have have some interview as well for members of the community showing what they've done that week. Some cool stuff that they worked on using the plugin. Combine that with some explorations and demo some stuff for you guys. There's also some updates for the tool set, but that's gonna be for another video. All right. Join us next Sunday and see you guys. Bye.